To find out more information in regards to the felony murder rule, please follow the link down in the description and subscribe to H.E.A.R.T Florida at the conclusion of this stream.
What would you say if I told you loaning your car to a friend or a roommate could land you in prison for the rest of your life? Think about that. The state of Florida criminal justice system is unfair and needs to be reformed. It should never be so easy for a judge to be allowed to pass out life sentences to the point where even non-violent criminals can get one. An inmate that has been in prison for over 24 years for what basically amounted to a 10-minute conversation in a car, correct?
Yes. They found me guilty as this non-present principal to felony murder.
Non-present principal to felony murder.
Non-present principal to felony murder.
Which is kind of a tenuous legal concept that casts a wide net on anybody, and you don't even need to be present when the crime is committed. Like me, I was home in bed when it happened.
Hi everybody, it's Lisa from H.E.A.R.T, Florida. I'm back, and I got something that I wanted to share with everybody. This was an actual letter that was sent to H.E.A.R.T, Florida via U.S. mail from an inmate. And this inmate is named Alphonse, and he did give me permission to use his name. He wrote this letter pertaining to his case and his story, and he's asking for his story to be heard. And I told him I would be more than happy to get his story out there. We have exchanged JPay emails. So here goes. This is written by Alphonse. The state of Florida has a very unfair and inefficient criminal justice system that's in need of some very serious reforming. Many Floridians do not realize how improper and unfair the sentencing laws actually are. I can share my current experience because I'm one of many examples of how cruel and harsh Florida's system really is. In 1995, I was charged and then found guilty of armed burglary because a firearm was reported stolen during the burglary. I was later sentenced to a life sentence in the Florida Department of Corrections without any possibility for release. First, I want to say that I do agree and accept that we all must be held accountable for our own actions. However, no one should be crudely punished nor treated unfairly. As in my case, I was crudely punished when I was not a threat to anyone and there was no extreme factor to justify an extreme sentence such as life. My sentence is so unfair due to the fact that there was no violence committed during my crime. There wasn't even a victim around when the crime occurred. Matter of fact, I have never ever committed any violent crimes in my past history. Life sentences should be, and usually are, for more serious behavior such as heinous murders, violent sexual assaults, and any other violent, vicious act. Life sentences should be for the very dangerous, high-risk criminals who cannot be reformed and are a serious threat to society. So why do I, a non-violent criminal, is treated as such a threat? How is that fair justice? In my past, I have made some bad decisions and committed a few non-violent, low-level crimes. But I also once was a working man who provided for his family. And also, not only did I serve in the military, U.S. Navy, I'm a war veteran who had fought in the First Persian Gulf War in 1991. I have been incarcerated approximately 25 years and have learned many new skills and earned many certifications. I had participated in a prison work program for approximately 13 years, where I had gained over 10 years' experience as an AutoCAD operator, computer-aided drafting, in which I had the duties of designing office furniture for the state. I am not a monster, and I pray that one day I'll be able to use my new skills in society and once again be a productive citizen. The state of Florida criminal justice system is unfair and needs to be reformed. It should never be so easy for a judge to be allowed to pass out life sentences to the point where even nonviolent criminals can get one. Life sentences are for keeping society safe from the more violent and dangerous criminals. There should be laws to safeguard anyone of being abused by the courts. Taxpayer dollars are being seriously wasted because they must pay for inmates like me, who are nonviolent or not a dangerous threat to society, but who are very capable of being rehabilitated. The system is so counterproductive because I'm taking up a bed space from some ruthless criminal who truly should be there. The lock 'em up and throw away the key approach is not efficient, it is unfair and outdated. The Florida's criminal justice system needs to be reformed, and legislators should help correct this. A few years ago, there was a push for criminal justice reform, but then it faded away. Since the George Floyd murder, America has turned their attention again to systemic racism. Many are protesting and getting their voices heard, and I pray that mine can be heard. And lawmakers would allow a review of the many unfair life sentence cases and find a way to correct those that should be corrected. P.S. Please give us a voice to be heard. People of Florida should know that our system needs to be reformed. Well, Alphonse, you did have a voice. You have a voice with heart, and your story is out there. And you're right. Our system is counterproductive. Locking nonviolent criminals away for a life sentence you're right, it's a waste of taxpayer money, and it's something that should not even be happening in our criminal justice system. We have an injustice justice system. I thank you for your service. I thank you for serving our country overseas. And I'm truly, truly sorry that this has happened to you and put you in a position to have to spend the rest of your life paying for a crime that you didn't commit. I hope your loved ones see this, and I hope that they share it. This will be shared with our legislators here in Florida. I will take your letter with me to Tallahassee, and we're here for you. It's because of inmates like you that H.E.A.R.T is here, and I'm happy to do my part to help someone in your position, as are other advocates who are out there fighting for true reform and to bring their loved ones home. So I thank you again, Alphonse, for your service. You do have a voice, and I'm very happy to share your story, and I truly hope that others will share this video and let others see, as voting election day is almost upon us, when you get out there to vote, know who you're voting for, because our legislators need to make some of these laws just go away. They serve no true purpose. And there's good people like this sitting in prison, sentenced to life for crimes that they didn't commit. So that's it for now, folks. I hope everyone shares this video. I hope you like what you heard here. This was in his own words. I read this word for word in exactly what was sent. So, Alphonse, know that you have a voice, and we're fighting for you. After decades in prison for a crime that they didn't commit.
I had just turned 25 when my crime was committed. My charges are 2 counts each of first-degree murder, armed kidnapping, and attempted robbery. I could not fathom how I could be charged for the murders for which I was not even there to witness. I have 6 sentences running concurrently. There are 2 counts for life without the possibility of parole for 25 years, 2 for 40 years, and 2 for 15. I'm eligible for parole, but the H.E.A.R.T set my presumptive parole release date 110 years from my incarceration date and 83 years from now. My life sentences are due to the felony murder rule, convicting anyone convicted of the charges leading up to the murders, whether they knew about the murders or not. I would like the legislatures to know that the parole system is a joke. Their decisions are so arbitrary and capricious that it's comical in its disparity.
And it's got to stop.
That's crazy when you think about it. You break it down.
To find out more information in regards to the felony murder rule, please follow the link down in the description and subscribe to H.E.A.R.T Florida at the conclusion of this stream.
Thanks, everybody. Until next time, it's Lisa from H.E.A.R.T.